and from the next class we'll take some other chapter, but this is the last and final class where we are solving spotting error questions based on pronouns. Okay, so I want you to share the session so that more students may join. And just give me a second. Okay, so let's start today's class. Let's start with the first question. So here we have our first question. The group of laborers want all possible facilities and allowance for itself. So here is our timer, and we'll try to solve each question in 40 minutes. 40 seconds, I'm sorry. Not 40 minutes, in 40 seconds. Okay, so the time has started and we have to solve each and every question in just 40 seconds, right? So the question is, the group of laborers want all possible facilities and allowance for itself. What is the error in this sentence? Themselves. Okay, Ganesh, you are absolutely correct. See, here the use of itself is wrong, because itself is a reflexive pronoun and reflexive pronoun is always according to its subject. Okay, so here the word itself has been used for laborers. Okay, laborers. The group of laborers want all possible facilities and allowances for themselves. Okay, so here the use of itself is wrong. Here the use of itself is wrong, and in place of itself we have to write themselves. Okay, because reflexive pronoun always goes with the subject, right? With its subject actually. Okay, so in place of itself we have to write themselves. Okay, now let's check the next sentence. Your efforts will bring you more success than mine, so I am sure that you are going to be very successful. Let's solve this question, which is very important. Your efforts will bring you more success than mine, so I am sure that you are going to be very successful. What is the error in this sentence? What is the error in this sentence? Ganesh, I guess only you are there. So Ganesh, what is the error in this sentence? What is the answer of this sentence? Your efforts will bring you more success than mine, so I'm very sure that you are going to be very successful. Ganesh, you said that 30 seconds are enough, but I guess you are not getting the answer of this question. Your efforts will bring. What is the error in this first part? Ganesh, could you please tell me what is the error in the first part? You said first part has error. Now please tell me what is the error in the first part. Your efforts will bring you more success than mine, so I'm sure that you are going to be very successful. Mine is wrong. Okay, see, there is no error in this sentence. Okay, there is no error in this sentence. The use of mine is absolutely correct, right? See, my is possessive adjective which is always used before a noun. Okay, and in case there is no noun, my should be replaced by mine because mine is possessive pronoun. Okay, so with noun we have to use possessive adjectives, and without noun we have to use possessive pronouns. Let me tell you in a bit more detail. Let's see. See, my, your, his, her, its, our, and their. These are possessive adjectives. Okay, these are possessive adjectives. Whereas mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, and theirs, theirs. These are possessive pronouns, right? These are possessive adjectives, and these words are possessive pronouns. Now, what is the difference between possessive adjectives and possessive pronoun? Possessive adjectives are always used with noun. Okay, and in case there is no noun, possessive adjectives must be replaced by possessive pronouns, right? For example, this is my pen, and that is yours. So here we have used a possessive adjective because noun is there, but here we did not use your, rather we have used yours, because your is adjective, it is always used with noun, but yours is a pronoun which is used without a noun. So here no need to repeat the noun, so we have used possessive pronoun, that is yours. Okay, now one more thing I would like you to know, that whenever you see yours with an apostrophe, always remember that there is nothing like your with apostrophe in English grammar. Okay, there is nothing like yours with apostrophe s. Okay, it is absolutely wrong. And same is the case with hers. There is nothing like her with apostrophe, and there is nothing like our with apostrophe. Wrong, absolutely wrong. And there is nothing like their with apostrophe. It is also absolutely wrong. Now come to its. Okay, its with apostrophe is the abbreviation of it is, or it was, or it has. So whenever you see it with an apostrophe, you should keep in mind that it with apostrophe is it is, or it was, or it has, right? And as far as yours, hers, and ours with apostrophe is concerned, there is nothing like these words in English grammar. Okay, so let's come back to the question. So your efforts will bring you more success than mine. Since there is no noun, use of mine is absolutely correct. Okay, so I am sure that you are going to be very successful. There is no error in this sentence. Okay, now let's move towards the next question. Let's move towards the next question. Question number 3. Question number 3. Our principal has said that every girl and every boy has to perform in the annual day cultural night. Please let me know the answer. Our principal has said that every girl and every boy has to perform in the annual day cultural night. What is the error in this sentence? Our principal has said that every girl and every boy has to perform in the annual day cultural night. What is the answer? What is the answer, please? Our principal has said that every girl and every boy has to perform in the annual day cultural night. 4. That means no error. Yes, Ganesh, you are absolutely right this time. there is no error in this sentence. See, many students get confused with has because they think that we are talking about girl and boy. Many students think that in the sentence there are two subjects, like there are multiple subjects, more than one subject, every girl and every boy. So many students consider this as plural. Okay, many students consider this as plural and they replace has by have. It means many students consider every, two times every, as plural and they use plural verb, which is absolutely wrong. So use of has is absolutely correct. Whether each and every has been used once or more than once, it is always considered singular. So whenever you see every, each, either in a sentence, consider the subject as singular and it is followed by a singular verb. So every girl and every boy is singular, thus it is followed by a singular verb. So the sentence has no error, right? Let's see the next question. Question number 4. I love everybody and everything which reminds me of my childhood. Now, what is the error in this sentence? What is the error in this sentence? I love everybody and everything which reminds me of my childhood. Now, this is a very important question. As far as pronouns are concerned, this question is really very important. What is the error in this sentence? I love everybody and everything which reminds me of my childhood. What is the error in this sentence? I love everybody and everything which reminds me of my childhood. Time up, time up, time up. What is the error? See, as we all know that relative pronoun who refers to human, okay, and relative pronoun which refers to non-human. Okay, non-human includes non-living things and animals, right? So who, relative pronoun who is used for human and relative pronoun which is used for non-human. Okay, now what to do if the subject consists of both human and non-human? For example, if there is a boy and his father, and we have a dog and its belt. Okay, and third is a boy and his dog. So consider these three examples. If there are two subjects and both are human, a boy and his father, both are human, here we can use who. Okay, in the second example we have two subjects, a dog and its belt. So here also we have two subjects, one is animal and one is non-living, and for animals and non-living we use which. So in this sentence relative pronoun which is absolutely correct. Now what to do with the third example? Because here we have two subjects, out of two, one is human and another one is an animal. So with this phrase, if I write who, it will be correct for boy but wrong for the dog. And if I write which, it is correct for the dog but it is incorrect for the boy. So we can neither write who nor which, right? Both are wrong. So what to do in this case? In this case we have to use the middle part, neither which nor who. We have to use that. Okay, so this is the case with that. So here we have I love everybody. Everybody is of course human. I love everybody and everything. Everybody is of course non-human. Everything is non-human. So here we have both the subjects, human and non-human. since human and non-human both are there, we cannot use which. Neither which nor who. Because who is correct for everybody but wrong for everything. Which is correct for everything but wrong for everybody. So in this case, we have to use relative pronoun that. So I love everybody and everything that reminds me of my childhood. Okay? Good evening, Sakshi. Okay, now let's see the next question. Question number 5. Your time starts now. I was much more surprised than he to see his father coming towards us. I was much more surprised than he to see his father coming towards us. What is the error in this sentence? What is the error in this sentence? I was much more surprised than he to see his father coming towards us. What is the error? 2. Ganesh, what is wrong with 2? What is wrong with the second part? He should be replaced by him. See, this sentence has no error. This sentence has no error. Remember one thing, a subject compared with a subjective pronoun. Okay, and an object must be compared with an objective pronoun. So if you are trying to compare the subject of sentence, it should be compared with a subjective pronoun. Okay, so in this sentence, who is being compared? I. I was much more surprised than. That means in this sentence, I am being compared. And I is the subject of this sentence. Since I is the subject of this sentence and I is being compared, it should be compared with a subjective pronoun. So if you write him, it will be wrong. It will be absolutely wrong. He is absolutely correct. So this sentence has no error. This sentence has no error. Okay? Clear? Let's see the next sentence. Question number 6. One should always be true to his words in all circumstances. One should always be true to his words in all circumstances. See, 4 more seconds. Okay. See, the subject, the possessive of he is his, possessive of she is her, possessive of we is our, and so on. The same way, possessive of one is one, and once, that too with apostrophe. So possessive of one is once. If someone has used once without apostrophe, it will be wrong. Okay, so in place of his, because the possessive of one cannot be his is the possessive of he. Okay, so the possessive of one is once, and that too with apostrophe. Okay. Next question, question number 7. Question number 7. The officer as well as I think officer has been repeated. So in place of officer, let's write something else. The officer as well as the employees or employees, workers. Okay. The officer as well as the workers absented from the office. The officer as well as the workers absented from the office. What is the error in this sentence? See, in this sentence we have the word absented. Now, the rule is if there is no object after a transitive verb, the rule is if there is no object after a transitive verb, reflexive pronouns must be used. Okay. If there is no object after transitive verb, reflexive pronouns must be used. So absented is a transitive verb, and since there is no object after it, we have to use reflexive pronoun. Right? Let's get back to the question. So here we can see after absented there is no object, and since there is no object, we have to use reflexive pronoun. Now the question is, which reflexive pronoun to be used? Because reflexive pronoun always goes with its subject. Okay. Now we have two subjects here, officer and workers. If you consider officer, the reflexive would be himself, and if you consider workers, the reflexive would be themselves. So there are two things that you need to understand. That first, absented is a transitive verb which must be followed by a reflexive pronoun in the absence of object. So there is no object after absented. That's why it is compulsory, it is necessary that we use reflexive pronoun. Now, which reflexive pronoun to be used? Whether himself or themselves. So as we all know that when two subjects are joined with as well as, the first subject is considered the main subject. Okay. So due to as well as, the officer is considered the main subject, and since officer is the main subject, reflexive pronoun will be used according to it. So here the use of himself is correct, the use of themselves is wrong. So the sentence would be, the officer as well as the workers absented himself from the office. Okay. Yes Ranjana, मेरी जो क्लास है वो शेड्यूल्ड है 1 बजे ही, बट टुडे आई हैड सम प्रॉब्लम, सो आई रीशेड्यूल्ड माय क्लास, और आज मैं शाम को 6 बजे पढ़ा रहा हूँ. वैसे मेरी क्लास रोज़ ये वाली जो होगी वो 6 बजे से ही होगी, है ना. Okay, let's see the next question. Next question, question number 8. Let me start the timer first. He sold his bike in Delhi which he had bought last year. Now, tell me the error. He sold his bike in Delhi which he had bought last year. What is the error in this sentence? What is the correction, if any? What is the error in this sentence? And also tell me the correction, if any. He bought. No, Sakshi. Look at the sentence one more time. No, Sakshi. Ganesh said that. No. Would you like to try one more time? Or should I tell you the answer? That he had bought. No, Ganesh. No. Is there anyone who would like to try once more? Or should I tell you the answer? Okay. Now, the error is in the first part. The error is in the first part. Okay. Now, what is the error? Let me tell you. We all know that a relative pronoun who or which or that or whom, relative pronoun are used to represent the noun before them. Okay, a relative pronoun represent its antecedent. Okay, antecedent means the noun before it. Okay, now the sentence is, I sold my bike in Delhi which. Okay, this is our sentence. I sold my bike in Delhi which. Now, which is the relative pronoun? Which is the relative pronoun? And a relative pronoun is supposed to to represent its antecedent. That means this which has been used for Delhi, right? This which has been used for Delhi, and the later part of the sentence says which I bought last year. Now the sentence means that I sold my bike, okay, I sold my bike in Delhi which I bought last year. So this sentence actually means that I bought Delhi last year. So tell me one thing, did I buy Delhi or did I buy the bike? What did I buy? Did I buy Delhi or did I buy the bike? How can I buy Delhi? No one can buy Delhi. Okay, so but this sentence means that I bought Delhi, because relative pronoun always represents the word before it. It always represents its antecedent, right? So this sentence actually means that I sold my bike, that is a different part, and in Delhi which I bought last year. That means I bought Delhi. But actually I bought my bike. So what to do? What to do now? You cannot replace which. It is in its place. So what we can do? I sold in Delhi. I sold in Delhi my bike which. Okay, so we have replaced Delhi and my bike. We have replaced Delhi and my bike. I know this structure doesn't sound very cool, but it is our compulsion to structure it this way. Because if we won't structure this way, the meaning conveyed by the sentence will be wrong. So when we replace them, I sold in Delhi my bike, now the sentence conveys a correct meaning. I sold in Delhi my bike which I bought. So now the sentence is that the bike I bought in Delhi. So the error is in the first part. We have to replace in Delhi and his bike. Okay, the sentence would be he sold in Delhi his bike which. Okay, now got the point or not? Did you get the point? Is the question clear? Is the question clear, or you need more examples? Okay, let's see the next question. I do not like them who do not respect their elders. I do not like them who do not respect their elders. What is the error in this sentence? I do not like them who do not respect their elders. I do not like them. This is a very easy question actually. There is one simple rule that we cannot use them before a relative pronoun. If there is them, just replace it with those. Okay, them cannot be used as an antecedent of a relative pronoun. Simple. Them cannot be used as the antecedent of a relative pronoun. Whenever you see them as an antecedent of a relative pronoun, simply change it, replace it by those. Okay, so I do not like those who do not respect their elders. Okay, next question. The guests whom we were talking about have come, are still with us. The guests whom we were talking about have come, are still with us. What is the error? No, we can't. We cannot use his or her. Okay? Her or his can be used with a noun. For example, I do not like her brother who. I do not like her brother who. This is correct. But you cannot say I like her who. Okay? Her as a possessive pronoun. But if you are using her as objective pronoun, it is correct. Because her is both an objective pronoun and a possessive adjective. Okay? So if you are using her as an objective pronoun, it is correct. But his is just a possessive word, so it cannot be used. Okay? Now, what is the error in this sentence? The guest whom we were talking about See, here first part has error. In place of whom, we have to use who. We have to use who. Okay. The guest who we were talking about have come. Okay. So we have this verb have come. Have come. This is verb. And every verb must have a subject. Every verb must have a subject. So now tell me, what is the subject of have come? Who have come? The guest. Who have come? The guest. Okay. And whom represents the object and who represents the subject. Since we have a verb here and it needs a subject, we cannot use whom. That's why we have to use who. Okay. Now the next question, question number 11. He asked for permission to go out, but he did not give. Very important question. Very important question. He asked for permission to go out, but he did not give. What is the error? See, in this sentence, we have a transitive verb, and I have already told you that a transitive verb is incomplete without object. So what did his father not give? He asked for permission. He asked for permission. He asked for permission. But his father did not give. Did not give what? Did not give permission. Okay. He asked for permission and his father did not give. So what did his father not give? Permission. And the pronoun, objective pronoun for permission is it. So you need to write it after give. The sentence would be, he asked for permission to go out, but he did not give it. Okay. Here he is used for his father. If you are unable to understand, use his father. His father did not give it. Okay. Now let's see the next question. Before moving towards the next question, here I have some important information for you. In every batch I am telling you the same thing, that we are gonna launch a foundation batch for SSC, CPO, CGL and CHSL. This is target batch for SSC only, and if you avail yourself of this offer before 21st, you can get flat 60% discount, and you can enroll in this batch for just $11.99. And in this batch you will get daily live classes, PDF note, practice sessions, structured study plan and test series. This batch is particularly designed for SSC aspirants and SSC 2, like only for CPO, CGL and CHSL. Okay. So if you want to enroll in this batch, you should you should be fast, because the offer ends on 21st of August, right? So avail yourself this wonderful opportunity, right? Let's see the next question. This is how you can download the application. Very simple. You all are very tech savvy, better than I. Okay, so just go to the Play Store, Google Play Store, and find Exam Board Sarkari Naukri Prep and install it. Okay, install it. After installing it, just open it, fill in all your details and enroll. Okay, and once you are enrolled, go to the free class section and you will get to see demos there. Okay, all the teachers have their demos there. You can watch the demo classes and you can decide whether you have to take this course or not. Okay, as far as the English is concerned, 2 teachers of English are teaching there. I, of course, and Vikas Singadia sir, and other teachers are also very good, right? I am telling you just my and Vikas Singhatia's name because we are teaching English and this is a class of English. That's why I'm only talking about English. Okay, so there is a very good team teaching over there, right? So do it. Next question. I introduced to the CEO as the new HR manager. He introduced to the CEO as the new HR manager. What is the error in this sentence? He introduced to the CEO as the new HR manager. See, again, introduced is a transitive verb. Okay, so when I say I introduced, period, full stop. If I say I introduced, the very obvious question that comes in everyone's mind is what? If I say I introduced, everyone will ask, what did you introduce? What did you introduce? So if I say I introduced, I need to tell what did I introduce, and what did I introduce is the object. Okay, so without object, there is no meaning of writing introduced. Now, if a transitive verb does not have an object after it, we need to use a reflexive pronoun. So here, the reflexive of I, that is myself, will be used. I introduced myself to the CEO as the new HR manager. This sentence can be rectified in one more way. If you do not want to write myself, do one thing, I was introduced. Okay, because there are two conditions. If a transitive verb is without object, whether change it into passive by adding a be verb before it or add a reflexive pronoun after it. Okay, so if you want to keep a transitive verb active, you need an object after it, and if you want to change a transitive verb into passive, just add a be verb before it. So I introduced this much. I am talking about just two words. I introduced. This incomplete sentence can be completed in two ways. One, I introduced myself, and the second way is I was introduced. So both the ways are absolutely correct. Okay, both the answers are absolutely correct. Okay, hope you got the point. Let's see the next question. Question number 13. Any of the two boys who live in this hostel has stolen my bike. Now, what is the error in this sentence? Let's have the timer here. Any of the two boys who live in this hostel has stolen my bike. What is the error? What is the error? See, here we have any, and the word any is used for more than two. Okay, any can be used only when there are more than one nouns, but here we are talking about just two boys. So with two boys we cannot use any. In place of any we have to use either. Okay, what is the difference between either and any? Either used for two and any is used for more than two. So here we are talking about two boys. So in place of any we have to use either of the two boys. Either of the two boys who live. Now, Ganesh, live is absolutely correct. Live is absolutely correct. Why? Because a relative pronoun is followed by a verb which agrees with its antecedent. Okay, listen to me carefully. A relative pronoun is followed by a verb which agrees with its antecedent. That means the verb live is after a relative pronoun. It should agree with the relative pronoun's antecedent. And what is relative pronoun's antecedent? It is boys. And since the verb has to agree with the boys, it should be plural. So live is absolutely correct. Hope you got the answer. Ganesh, hope you got the answer. Let's see the next question. Every of the 5 candidates who applied for this post is equally qualified. What is the error in the sentence? Every of the 5 candidates who applied for this post is equally qualified. What is the error in this sentence? Guys, I think you are not sharing the session. If more students will not come, I will discontinue the class. Remember this. Okay. If more students are not joining the class, I will discontinue it. So if you want me to continue this class, it is your duty to share the class to attract more students so that I get motivation to keep continue. Okay. So I guess 2 students are watching right now, Sakshi and Ganesh. So I want to request you to share the session so that more students may also join. Okay. So here the use of word every is wrong. Each is correct. What is the reason? See, each is both a pronoun and an adjective. Okay, each is both a pronoun and an adjective, whereas every is just an adjective. It is not a pronoun. Okay, the word each is both a noun, a pronoun and an adjective, whereas every is just an adjective. It is not a pronoun. What does that mean? It means each can be used without noun and with noun. Okay, each is a pronoun and an adjective as well. So each can be used without a noun as a pronoun and with a noun as an adjective. So if I write each boy and each of the boys, both are correct. Here each is an adjective and here each is a pronoun. Okay, but since every is just an adjective, it is not a pronoun, so you cannot use every without a noun. Okay, if I write every boy, this is absolutely correct because here every is an adjective, right? So no problem. But if I write every of the boys, so this is wrong because here every is used without a noun, and every, since every is not a pronoun, it cannot be used without a noun. Okay, so here the use of every is wrong, and in this condition we have to replace every with each. Hope you got the answer. Hope you got the answer. Let's see the next question. Question number 15. The stories published in this magazine are much better than that magazine. The stories published in this magazine are much better than that magazine. See, in this sentence, what has been compared? In this sentence, stories published in this magazine are being compared. Okay, in this sentence, the stories being published in this magazine is being compared, and comparison must be between two similar things. So you cannot compare stories with magazine. A magazine can be compared with a magazine, but stories cannot be compared with a magazine. If you want to compare stories, you have to compare it with other stories, right? So the stories published in this magazine are much better than after then, remove all this, after then, are much better than those published in that magazine. Okay, so then that magazine is already there, you just need to add those published in. Stories published in this magazine are better than those published in that magazine. Okay, so this will be the correction. Okay, hope you have understood all the explanation that I have given you today, and if you liked my class, do share it, and if you want me to continue, if you want uninterrupted delivery of my lectures, you need to promote this class, you need to share this class as much as possible. Okay, so see you in the next class. Till then, goodbye.